Hi everyone, my name is Wawa and I'm back with another viewer replay match, and this time it is gonna be on Jungle Basin, and it is gonna be a PvT matchup that we rarely see actually in my channel because I really like Zerg versus T and Zerg versus Protoss, but we rarely get to see a PvT, so this is actually a change of pace, so which is always nice to look at, as we are gonna see here at Jungle Basin. The players are gonna be 8 spawning at the as the red Protoss at the north left position, and his opponent is gonna be Keisuke spawning at the bottom right position as the green Terran. So a little bit of chit chat right here, a little bit of friendly talk. So I guess this is just a regular friendly matchup, or I think it's from the head-to-head competition, or a head-to-head weekend competition that is being done by a small community of Starcraft players, which doesn't really include any jackpot or any prize if you win it, but just a friendly competitive tournament where you get to know everyone who is in the community, and just get to share some strategies and whatnot. So yeah, pretty standard opening right here for both players. As well, this is not really standard for our Terran player because he's going for a wall off. So I'm not really sure if that is the correct way to go with it. But walling off against the Protoss might bite you in the back later on as the game progresses. But maybe he's doing that just so that he can get this natural expansion very early. So I think he's gonna go for that. I'm not sure yet, but we are seeing 8 here just going for a typical opening as a Protoss player, getting that gateway and then getting that assimilator. So that's always good, and not forgetting the Chrono Boost. Always good to remember to Chrono Boost as this probe is going to be chased down by this SCB. I'm not sure if the SCB is going to be able to catch up, but yeah, he's not going to be able to, as the SCB of Keisuke is going to be entering the base of 8, so he's just going to chill here and just going to look at around, just going to chill, nothing too much. Enough of that probe. As we see here that we have a refinery already for Keisuke, so this is just a normal refinery timing, and an orbital command is going up already for Keisuke. So yeah, good job right there. And he's also making a marine, so that's always good to make a marine, especially if you're making a wall off and then just gonna tech to higher tech very early. That marine can just keep out any kind of scouting that that 8 will have in mind. So yeah, and very not really very early, but yeah, regularly timed assimilator, I would say, as I usually see a lot of Protoss going for that second assimilator very early nowadays, as they do want to tech up very early, and they usually make stalkers which require also some gas, as we are seeing the SCV here of Keisuke being rallied around and around blue line. I'm not really sure what that is for, but maybe it's for a patrol. But yep, he just canceled it, and he's gonna go straight right out as a robotics bay is being built already. So that SCB of Keisuke did his part and just get a lot of knowledge and scouting. And finally now, Keisuke knows that there's a robotics facility being built already. So one gateway, two robo, which is not really different from what I saw or what I see usually. As I think more gateways are gonna come as the game progresses, and a backdoor pylon at the back to just spot any early some drops or anything like that. And a factory is being made already, so we might see a 1-1 build here for Keisuke. I'm gonna see if he's gonna make a starport. Yes, he is gonna make a starport. So yep, a basic 1-1 opening build for Keisuke. This is the only thing that's not basic about Keisuke's build. He just went for a wall off and just keeping that supply depot down. So I'm not sure what the purpose of the wall is, but yeah, we will see in as the game progresses. As the tech lab is finished already for that factory, so I think he's gonna go for some harassment with the Banshee, as the starport is about to be finished and be completed. And actually he's making a siege tank, so yeah, this is always good. But you don't really see siege tanks or any any mech units at all if you're going up against Protoss, because mech units against Protoss, they don't really work well against them, as people do tend to go for the Marine Marauder and Medivac Ball, because that's, I think, is more powerful, especially against those stalkers. And especially if you're going for a Marine Marauder Ball, your army is gonna be more mobile, which is always better because stalkers can walk very fast and can just kite you any of your units, or especially if your units are mech units, they can just easily be kited by stalkers, mass stalkers, is always very scary, as we are seeing a Raven almost on the field right now. So maybe some point defense drones to counter off the attacks of those stalkers, which is always good. But it's gonna be a while before that Raven comes out. Maybe he's gonna go for some research for that also. I'm not sure yet. He's not making anyone right now, as an Immortal is on the way for 8. So yeah, this is always good for everything. Immortals, getting 4 Immortals means 200 damage per volley, which is very crazy. I think a one volley of 4 stalkers could kill already a siege tank already. Yeah, one volley of stalkers or one volley of those 4 immortals can kill off a stalker very quickly. So yeah, that's always good. You always want to keep that way. No marauders. Surprising. I'm pretty sure I saw marauder a while here. I guess not. Yep, no marauders at all. So yeah, Keisuke, by the way, is doing a good job keeping an eye on these backdoor rocks, as he is gonna check out if there are some pylons placed back there, because Keisuke, or 8 I mean, can easily just warp in any units. If he has a pylon over here, he can just warp in units over here very easily to do some harassments. But yeah, pretty surprising that Keisuke didn't even go very early to get that gas. So yeah, this is very different than what we usually see, especially in the high level games, as 8 is gonna be the one who's gonna try to get the expansion first. So yeah, this is a good job, but I think Keisuke is planning to get his expansion now. He's just waiting for a little bit more money to get to 400. There you go, and there you go, right on time. A little bit delayed, but yeah, and here we go. We're gonna see a little bit of push right here for Keisuke. 3 tanks with some marines and a banshee, and also a raven. So this is actually a very scary push. Does he have siege tank, siege research on? Not yet. So yeah, I think he forgot about the siege research. I see this need that siege research, and here we go. We're gonna see a cash at the ramp of 8, and here we go. Stalkers are gonna be being forced to boom back, and siege tanks are gonna go down very quickly. The immortal is doing a lot of damage to those immortals. The 2 siege tanks already gonna go down, and I think I am correct. Keisuke did forget to research his siege tank siege mode capability, as all of his units are just dwindling one by one, going down very quickly. But there is still a couple of banshees right here on the field. I think he needs more cloak, or any cloak at all, if he does so want to win that battle. But I guess he did fail in pushing up that ramp. So yeah, that push right there by Keisuke did not work out as planned. So yeah, now it's his turn to defend, as there is a lot of stalkers on that ramp right now. Maybe a couple of siege tanks in siege modes would have been much better, or would have given Keisuke a much better outcome for that battle, as more banshees are on the way. This is very surprising, as we usually see medevacs around this time right now for those marines, as he's making a couple of marines already. Factory, or I mean reactor, is being built right now, so he is going for double factory or double reactor barracks, and gonna go for a double starport now. So he's making one more starport, and also not forgetting to make those supply depots, so he's not gonna be supply block anytime soon. And here we go, finally the command center is finished over here for Keisuke, and also the same for 8. There you go, we are seeing some banshee harassment right here for Keisuke. Did he successfully kill a lot of units? He did kill 5 units. I'm not sure if those are all probes, maybe some stalkers in that. But yeah, successfully killing off some of those units is always good. As a pylon is gonna be made right here at the back. Maybe he's gonna make some photon cannons at the back to just stop completely any more banshee harassments. Those 2 or 3 photon cannons can do you good in the longer run, as this army right here of 8 is pretty scary indeed. A lot of stalkers in the mix, and a couple of sentries to just completely force field all his units. So yeah, I think the first immortal of 8 didn't die at all. I think this is still it. So yeah, that's a big fail in the part of Keisuke if he did not kill that immortal off successfully. But yeah, he just needs to mass up an army right now, and just keep on making probes, keep on making SEVs and marines, and as we're seeing, basics a level 1 upgrade right now for our player 8 right now for melee attacks. So ground weapon armor, my bad. I always confuse melee attacks and range attacks because I usually play Protoss. And here we go, some more banshee harassment right here. Wow, that banshee is doing a lot of work. Already 10 kills under his name. So yeah, That Banshee is really using all his talent to macro and to micro, I mean, and just pick off a lot of units. So good job right there, Pride Keisuke, stopping mining for a couple of seconds again. So yeah, this is always good, especially if you were behind. You know that you were behind after that initial push, and now I think it's pretty much even once again. But again, there's no siege mode. I'm not sure about this play, so I'm guessing he's not really completely planning on getting any siege tech or any upgrade right now. Wow, no, not even a stim pack. So that's gonna harm him as the game progresses, because stim packs are very good against everything. I mean everything. Siege marines, I mean stim marines are very strong against everything. And here we go. We are gonna see a drop right here. I think this Medigraph is gonna go down. I'm not sure. Oh my god, those marines are gonna just focus fire on that golden cannon, and that's not the right thing to focus fire on, as they are gonna get completely wiped out by this stalker army right here of 8. So yeah, good cleanup right there by 8. Now Keisuke didn't do a lot of damage again, so yeah, he needs to be more damage with his pushes or with his harassments. But again, that Banshee, I'm pretty sure that's the only unit that did a lot of damage in the army of 8, or in the economy of 8. As we are seeing just more marines coming out right now for Keisuke, and also some Banshees, and this other Starfort is the one who is making those medivacs, so that's always good. And ground armor already, level 1 already for our player 8. So yeah, this is always good. 1-1 upgrade is always good to see, especially during this mid game stage. Right now it's already at the 15-minute mark, and nothing really much has happened, or Keisuke haven't really had any damage dealt to 8 right now, as 8 is just completely comfortably mining from 2 bases, as both of them are just very happy idling to just mine and to just mess up their army, as cloaking is finally being researched. Wow, finally. And also a Ghost Academy is being built. So here we go. We are gonna see G.I. Joe coming out later on, and gonna just do some money EMPs. Money EMPs can just completely swing the game around. One good EMP can cost 8 the game, or one bad EMP can cost Keisuke the game. So yeah, and here we are gonna see these medivacs. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, as they are waiting for the army. I think he's gonna go for these back doors now. Destructible rocks gonna destroy them. That's always good. That's gonna give 8 a little bit more pressure into harassment. Oh, I guess he's not even gonna go for those backdoor rocks. He's just gonna completely go for a drop, and the siege tanks are gonna be left behind, because they don't have any siege mode, so they're not gonna be able to do any damage. And here we go. One of these medivacs are about to go down, and it did go down. So good job by that holding cannon. This holding cannon is gonna get focused on again. So that siege tank finally in the battle. One siege tank and a ton of marines, and they're not being micro.